You're starting right now. This is how to make croquettes. Irene Jackle style. Okay. So here we go. We're going to put a block of meat in water, just water, no salt or anything.
Cooked.
And then we're going to boil it for a few hours.
Yeah, until it's soft.
Do you turn it over?
Yeah.
Okay, turn the meat over till it's soft.
Yeah, till it's soft and you can shred it.
And then when you're done with that,
you shred it.
and then you're going to shred it and let it set.
Yeah,
okay.
let it set because...
This is what it is. The meat that we're going to use is probably like a chuck roll.
Yeah, chuck.
Or some kind of meat, like a big clump of meat.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. And then what we're going to do next is, well, after you do that, is you're going to put flour in a pan.
Yeah,
right
so depend on how much meat.
Depending on how much meat, we're going to do...
this is probably, I would say, about 3 pounds.
About 3 pound block of meat. And then this is
meat.
how many cups of flour do you think?
6.
6 cups of flour.
Yeah.
And then we have
we make the bouillon.
We have the drippings from the boiling water that we saved.
This
okay.
Bouillon.
And then we're gonna strain it into the flour.
Yeah. No,
okay, just like this.
Yes. We're gonna put that beautiful bouillon in here.
I'll put everything in there.
Dan moet het gaat deze worden.
Okay. We're gonna make sure we don't put the fat in there and all that, or the pieces of meat.
It's gonna be strained.
And we're gonna stir that in like that.
En dan bouillon right. Even. Het moet allemaal zo goed gedaan worden. Anders krijg je lamp.
Right.
Otherwise you get so many lumps.
Right. You gotta put. Can't put all the broth in at one time.
Oh,
Otherwise,
that's
you get
not meat. I forgot this thing.
Okay. And then there it is, right there. All the rest of the broth, and you can continue to stir that in. Fold it in.
Okay, stir it in. Okay.
Until you get a nice, consistent
flour
right there. It actually kind of looks like dough, but it's not.
Yeah, but it's more soft.
It's more soft. Again, remind you, no salt, no seasonings in the water. Just folding it into it with the broth.
No, we don't have enough. I think is we put some more.
If you don't have enough, which we don't, we add a little bit of water.
We add water.
Okay. Until the consistency is, I'll show you right now.
This all
so we just added 1 more cup of water.
Maybe another cup or 2. See that? Just put you mix it together.
Okay, so it looks like it's a little more soupy, but still,
there's lekker bouillon in here.
It's like the bouillon's in there, all the flavors from the drippings are all in the flour. Okay?
Yeah, we have to put more water in.
So a little bit more water. Now we're going to add a 2nd cup of water because the consistency is not thin enough yet. You want it thinner than that.
Yeah, much thinner.
You could probably add chicken broth too if you really wanted to do it.
Well, I don't know. Then you're going to
Change the flavor.
With flavor, huh?
Yeah, so we want to stay with the flavor, so that's why you add water.
But you have meat broth too, right?
You also have beef broth if you wanted to use beef broth.
Yeah.
That may be not a bad idea in the future too. So now look at the consistency. It kind of looks like making like an Alfredo sauce almost.
Yeah.
It's thickened up. It's watery enough. And that's after adding a couple.
But I think I put another cup in.
And she's going to add 1 more cup to make it thinner. Because it's not thin enough yet.
Yeah, too thick, huh?
It's too thick.
See? And now I'm going to get some margarine, Jim.
Now, the next step is margarine's going to be put in there.
Yeah, I'm going to put some margarine in there.
Put,
more flavor.
how much margarine do you put in? 1 stick?
1 stick, yeah.
1 stick of margarine. Could you use butter?
Yes.
Butter or margarine? Doesn't matter. Maybe butter is even better flavor, but we use margarine all the time.
So, it's already so much bouillon in. So
look how soupy that is. It really looks like a soup. It looks like a clam chowder soup.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now the whole block of margarine is going to go in.
I'm going to cut it off so it melts better.
Are you going to cook it on the stove?
You sure?
Yeah, now we got to have to cut it up like that.
So, and then I'm going to put the pepper and salt in.
And now the seasoning comes in.
And that is to taste, okay?
The salt and pepper are to taste. So we're going to sift a little bit in there. Not a lot, but a little bit.
No,
Let's see, we're going to put more in there. Now we're going to pour some in. Now we're going to pour some in. Okay. And now we're going to put some salt in there.
Ja, salt. Je moet niezen dan. So I don't know, that's
Okay.
just to taste, okay?
Okay, it goes to taste. So we may have to add some salt. We may have to not add anything else. Who knows? But there's the consistency right there.
Feeling best. Oh. See something? Stop.
When do you start heating it on the fire?
Ja, dadelijk. Ik moet even weten.
You put the meat in?
You have to taste it.
Yeah. So you taste it. If it's salty enough, that's good.
It's not salty.
Not salty enough. Got to add a little bit more. Always got to taste it. Maybe a little more pepper in there.
Makes it better taste, huh? So. I'll put another cup more in, Jim.
Now this is going to be the fourth cup?
Yeah, this
Fourth cup of water
Yeah.
in that,
Yeah,
because
that's
we put a
better.
lot of flour in there.
Yeah.
So it's even going to be a little more soupier. It all depends on how much flour you put in there. But that's the consistency you
Well,
want.
depends on how much meat
We
you have.
started with,
How much meat you have, Jim.
right, do you want to turn the fire on or you put it all in at one time?
No, we're gonna go first this.
Okay.
Not too high fire. Anders krijg je al lumpy. Everything is lumpy. You have to keep on stirring, huh?
Okay.
See, and I cut the butter and melt better, huh?
Right.
Melt
That's
faster.
faster.
Nou, probeer ik weer. Still niet genoeg.
A little more salt.
Ja. Still niet genoeg. Yeah, that should be enough. See, you have to keep on stirring, anders gaat het lumpy worden.
Yeah, otherwise it gets lumpy.
You know? You don't want it lumpy. You have to be a good taste also. Nou, ik ga weer proberen. Much better.
So it's almost like a soup. Basically, it's like a thinner soup now.
Want try?
No, it's okay.
Je moet proberen ook. You have to try it, otherwise you're gonna make it saltless.
Yeah.
See, and you have to keep on stirring, anders gaat het lumpy worden. Now is it smooth, see that? And the butters have to be melted. Hier pap, blijf roeren even. Laat daddy maar roeren. Wordt wakker. Tastes better. Van de margarine, hè?
Looks like the margarine's almost all
Ja,
melted.
ga roeren. Je helpt mij een beetje even, maar hadden we het. Ga roeren.
There, there.
Anders gaat die lumpy worden, hè? En handen zijn vies. En Jim is nemen op wat je have to do. Ja, maar je moet het goed doen, want anders gaat die lumpy worden. Oké, laat mij het maar weer doen. Nou, pap. Zie, als een boter nog gesmolten is, dan gaan we gewoon dat ding erin doen.
And then what do you do when you put the meat in there?
We doen het in,
And how long do you let it cook in there?
till het gaat plop, plop.
Oh, till it's like thick?
Ja, het gaat koken.
Yeah.
Have to cook, deze flour moet koken, gaat plop.
So once it starts boiling a little bit, is that pretty much it?
No, I'm gonna put it in before it really stops boiling. So
No, but when you, okay, when it starts boiling right now, or right before, how long do you cook with the meat inside?
so that you hear pop,
Look.
pop,
Okay, and it's thickened up a little bit.
and cooked.
Yeah.
Because
And then?
otherwise, you know why? You do have to do that. Otherwise, it tastes like deze raw flour,
Right.
and you don't want that. So
Put the
now
meat in
that
there.
the mastering is bijna weg, so put the meat in that, Jim.
Go ahead. Dad, help her out. I'm videoing right now. Just put, use your hand.
Ik kan het ook doen. Hij is onhandig.
Here goes the meat in there. So I'm
Kijk
gonna
hoeveel
thicken
meat, zie je dat?
up 3 pounds of meat.
Zeker 3 ponden, zo'n big piece. Nou, een big piece of meat was het. See, now can you easy to do this
Holding it.
and mix it together.
Yeah. But
See, if
now
the-
how long do you think you leave this on? A few minutes? 5 minutes?
Until it plops and more thicker wordt.
So once it gets thicker, then you turn it off.
Sure, and when it cooked, you turn it
You can
off.
you can turn it up higher then.
But not now. No, it's not cooking even not
Yeah,
cooking
but
yet.
if you turn up the fire a little bit, it'll cook faster.
No,
right?
it cooked already. Is the oh yeah. I forgot to turn it up more, huh? Yeah, you're right. It's cooking now already. See that?
Right.
It cooks now already, but now it have to be thickened. See that?
Right.
And now I get this meat mixed into the flour.
Right.
If I wait too long, it's hard to get it in the flour.
So after this starts boiling and it thickens up to a point, and then you just leave it set overnight
Yeah.
for one night, and then it's really thick.
And it's thick, you can roll it up then in the breadcrumbs, right?
Right.
Otherwise you cannot do it. When it's too soft, you can never roll it up.
Right.
See, but now it cooked already, see? It gets thickened, see that?
Right.
What you can see?
So how much do you think it's only a few more minutes?
Oh yeah, it's thickened. It have to be looking differently, you know? And now you have all the croquettes mixed. Flour. Everything mixed here. See, what all dikker. See that?
Mm-hmm.
And then, the longer you let it gaan, the more it gets cooked, it feels tastier. Once the flour, the